School, middle school, high school, and college level. All right. This is what you do. Now tell me if this work or not. Coaches, you can go to practice tomorrow and you can actually do this, and you would be surprised how well it works. All right. This is what you do. You go and you start practice. You grab your best offensive player, a bucket getter. Don't get somebody who average 4 or 5 points a game. No, get your number one scorer, who he or she is, and you put him or she on the top of the key. Alright? Then you grab your weakest defender. And then timeout. You don't even have to grab your weakest defender. You can grab a manager. He or she don't even need to play basketball. Alright? But whoever you guard, make sure he or she is the weakest defender. I mean, don't hurt nobody. You can't hurt the feelings. You can say, look, the reason why I grabbed you because you're the weakest defender. But above all means, it's a business. Alright? Grab your best offensive player and grab your weakest defensive player. And you give the ball to the offensive player and you say 1-on-1 right now, game 2-1. Alright? When you give him the ball, he gonna catch the ball, he gonna swing through, pump fake, jab, 2 dribbles, he gonna dunk it on him or her. If he's that dude. Alright? If he don't dunk it, he's gonna get an easy bucket. Right? So everybody's probably gonna laugh. They're gonna say, you know, woo woo woo, that's easy money, right? Now, you keep the weakest defender on the best player, and then you bring a second defender on the court. And you tell him to get a bucket on the 2 weakest defensive players on the team. Don't forget, one of these guys could be a manager or it could be an old coach. I don't care who the 2 people are, it really doesn't matter. And guess what? Your best player gonna catch the ball, he gonna pump fake, he gonna jab, he gonna take 2 dribbles to the left, he gonna spin move behind the back, and he probably gonna dunk it again if he's that dude. I mean, that's give him respect. He is your best offensive player. I'm sure he's taught to get buckets. All angles, inside, outside, he's a bucket getter, right? People is gonna look at you crazy and say, look, man, this guy, I mean, what are you doing? You just wasting practice time. Grab your third defender. Alright, this is when it gets interesting. You grab your third defender, third weakest defender, and you put him or her on the court, and you tell him to get a bucket. But now you are teaching the other 3 how to play. You tell your weakest defender to stay in front of the ball but pressure the ball. Do not let him just catch the ball and shoot. Because if he shoots it, he's probably going to make it. Alright? So you make sure that above all, that he does not catch the ball and shoot, that he puts the ball on the ground. You understand? It's very important. You run everybody off the line. This is the easiest shot in basketball. Somebody grips the ball in front of you and shoots, it's cash. Alright? Make sure that you pressure the ball to the point that he has to put the ball on the ground. Then you tell the other defenders to stay in front of the ball. Alright? Now, based on who he is, guess what? He still might get a bucket. Let's be honest. He might still split 2 defenders or so forth. And he might get a hard, tough bucket. Then you grab your 4th defender. Alright? And you do the same thing. But this time, you make sure that the first person is pressuring the ball. Do not make him or her shoot on the top of the key without dribbling. And you have the other 2 responsible of making sure that the ball does not get to the rim. So you got 2 people staying in front of the ball and the 3rd person you have protecting the basket. I promise you, it will stop there. He will not get a bucket. Out of 10 possessions, this is your best player, 1 against 4, his successful rate will be less than 20%. He might score 1 lucky fadeaway jump shot, but out of 10 possessions, he won't score more than twice. Alright? 20% he will be successful. Alright? Now, what does this mean? It's common sense. High school basketball, middle school, college, great teams, great coaches teach the same philosophy. Alright, what I teach at Guerrilla Basketball is real simple. One ball. One ball. Alright? Only one person can score the basketball, man. One ball, 5 defenders. Alright? One ball, 5 defenders. Not one ball, 1 defender. Not one ball, 2 defenders. One ball, 5 defenders. Now, I stopped at 4. Now, 5 is even harder. If you grab your best player, you tell him to score on 5 defensive players, he would not score. But what does that mean? It means simple. In a high school, middle school, college level, that's how you play team defense. 5 guys are responsible for the ball, not one. And I've been watching these high school games, and honestly, I'm really getting sick to my stomach. And I'm watching college when people hug their man, and their men don't even have the ball. And people drive all the way to the basket and score. And I'm saying to myself, where's the help? One ball, 5 defenders. All 5 people is responsible for the ball. When you guarding somebody on the wing without the ball, and the person is on the other wing, and he blows by his man and scores, guess what? It's your fault. It's not the person guarding the ball's fault. It's your fault. Not only is it your fault, it's the other 4 players on the defensive end's fault. One ball, 5 defenders. Now, those 5 defenders, this is why communication is so important. My team, I don't want to brag, but we straps. Alright? We strap. You're not just going to give us a bucket. Not on a high school level. Middle school, some people might be out of order. But in high school, we going to strap you up. Alright? Because it's 1 of y'all versus 5 of us. That's our mentality in high school. But we all got a responsibility. Whoever's guarding the ball, you have a responsibility. Your responsibility is simple. Make sure he puts the ball on the ground. If he catch it, jabs, and shoot, that means that's a one-on-one challenge. The other 4 guys are irrelevant. Use your 4 guys. Alright? So, if he puts the ball on the ground, then you pressure him. Don't let him go by you, but you make sure he don't just pull up on you. The other 4 guys is responsible of staying in front of the ball. Now, you at the top of the key always tell the wings that they're responsible of stopping the ball getting to the basket. And even if he is successful going by them, you got 2 people at the rim. Alright, so 1 ball, 5 defenders. I know when you was young, you was taught 1 pass away, you deny, 2 passes away, you help. Yes, I know we always taught that when we was younger. But then I grew up and I got old and I learned that, number 1, the coaches who did try to teach me this, I mean, they didn't strap up no way. So basically, they telling me something that somebody else told them. And somebody else told them. And I'm looking at these guys like, yo, none of y'all strapped. So most of y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Alright? Yes, you can deny if you are denying a person who can get a quick bucket or the person can shoot. But let's be honest. In high school, the ball does not move quickly. People hold the ball all the time in high school and in college. Bottom line, in a half-court setting, nobody should score. Nobody should score. Teams should shoot 20% if all 5 guys is on one accord. But teams don't score. They don't shoot 20%. They shoot 40, 50, 60%, sometimes 70%. It's because the defensive philosophy is not set in stone. Somebody is doing their own thing. Somebody's hugging their man. Somebody is not realizing that all 5 players is responsible for the ball. Now, once again, this is my philosophy. This is not written in gold. Don't say that just because I said it's the truth. By all means, coach the way you want to coach. Play the way you want to play. But from my experience, 1 ball, 5 defenders will strap any high school or college offense down because the basketball simply does not move fast enough to get the kids out of place. Alright? Now, the last thing about the team defense that I really want to talk about, other than a 1 ball, 5 defenders, is obviously the most important to me is the communication. You gotta talk. Alright? When you guarding somebody one-on-one, if you all by yourself and he blows by you and score, it's discomforting. Alright? If you on an island, you guarding somebody real quick with handles and got a jump shot, it can be very intimidating. Alright? But if you have 4 guys talking to you, letting you know that they have your back, then you feel a certain way. You more confident of getting the job done. And you know that your responsibility is not to stop him from scoring, but to just do your job and do not let him shoot over top of you. Because the other 4 guys, they should be saying, yo, bro, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back. You got 4 people saying that they are with you and on the same island that you on. So now your defense intensity, you feel good about yourself and you're more confident about yourself. And it's very hard to get a bucket if you're confident. Alright, so communication, 1 ball, 5 defenders, everybody is responsible for the ball. Everybody help each other out. Yes, let's be honest, he might take a MJ fadeaway. If he does that, I'm going to shake his head. That's a tough bucket. But if you have this philosophy, if you understand from day one as an individual, from the backcourt to the rim, that you have the right to do certain things. And if you understand the maintain stage, that from half court to the foul line as an individual, that you have to stay in front of the ball. And you understand that when somebody's driving to the basket, from the foul line to the basket, that you can no longer back up, that you got to go chest to chest, body to body. And on top of that, you have 4 other players who's on the same accord, who has your back every step of the way, who's talking to you every step of the way, saying that they got your back, I got your help, I got your help, I got your help. Then I promise to God, offensive teams will struggle. Alright? They will not score. Last thing I want to add to that, I'm just going to throw this out there. This is my philosophy. Split the court. I always tell my team, split the court. Split the court, split the court, split the court. What does that mean? It's real simple. From basket to basket, you split the court in 2. Right, left, east, west, it does not matter. 99% of every offense, you can look at the Spurs, the Golden State, anybody. 99% of every offense, the great offense in the world, starts on one side of the court and it ends up on the other side of the court and it's a basket. Alright? It starts on one side of the court and it ends on another side of the court, and then there's an action that happens over there and somebody scored a basket. So, in high school and college, you want to split the court. That means when the ball is on one side of the court, it is your responsibility, it is your job, it is everything that you keep the ball on one side of the court. Meaning, you on top of the key, you might be that one time when you really have to deny the ball is on top of the key. Do not let that ball reverse from one side to the other side. Because if the ball reverse, guess what? They're doing something right on the offensive end and it's going to be a bucket. But if you split the court and you keep the ball on one side of the court, it makes it very static and there's not enough space. There's no movement, and it's going to come down to one person trying to score on 3 or 5 people. All right? So my advice to college coaches and professional, by all means, teach the philosophy, 1 ball, 5 defenders, have your players talk. You cannot go out there, you got to talk, man. If you don't talk, you're going to get whooped. It's really that simple. The best defensive player cannot guard the best offensive player. But I'm promising God, the worst 5 defenders will give that best offensive player all his money. Alright? You got to teach 1 ball, 5 defenders. Communicate, talk, split the court. Split the court, split the court. Do not let the ball reverse from one side to the other. Thank you.